So to explain today's Tanya, I'm going to give a little sicko because I actually read it in the first video, but I feel like it would be better for me just to say the one simple pointer from the Tanya is like this. Is that yesterday we discussed that someone who sees someone who's hanging out in the streets and therefore doing uh, um, things which aren't allowed, and he says don't judge your friend, because if you were in that same exact place, if you were forced to hang out in the streets to make business happen and be in places which are not the most best behaved places, most kosher places, you would be doing the same thing he's doing. He says more than that. Even if you're in nature not such a haughty, lustful being, lustful person, and you're not like in nature running after, pleasure. He says in your own way, this is already today's Tanya, he goes on to say that within yourself, we're supposed to sanctify and separate ourselves to keep ourselves holy, even in things which are permissible to us. And he says that the Abishar wants from us to always do a little more than what we're comfortable with. And that's much harder, especially when it's not learning, let's just say, but it's within your own inner work to go beyond your comfort level, to that own self be true. Every person knows what's coming to me is a story. There was a story shared over that in Gaza, there was a hostage that they were given very little food in one particular house that they were being kept hostage. And for some reason, they gave one person, I think one person got, she got, and the others didn't get. And she was like, didn't eat in a very long time. And it would have been like for her, like the meal that she would live off for the next like day and a half, 2 days. So in that moment, instead of eating it herself, she decided to recognize that like this is an opportunity for myself to say, what type of person am I? Am I the person that's gonna share with everyone and then be concerned for myself with everyone else for the food that might not come the next day or 2 days? Or do I know, like, secure myself and then don't worry about other people? Hashem gave it to me, let me secure myself. So it's clear what would be the natural, comfortable thing to do, right? And what she did was she actually gave the bread to everyone, and she said that the next day from them moving forward, they just had like food was coming to them. Like there was no more blockage on the food. So you see here that Hashem sees, Hashem notices, and Hashem cherishes. And so therefore when we look at people and say like, oh my gosh, how could they be doing what they're doing? For where you are, for your upbringing, that little thing that might be out of your comfort zone is equivalent to Hashem. So that's another continuation on to not judge someone else until you come to their place, to understand that within your own situation, you're in a very similar place, and doing something as slight as changing a very, 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 very idle habit in your world is equivalent to what it was for someone else to do something which is maybe completely usher.